Well, hello, guys. I guess my countdown is not necessary because I'm live tonight. This is what happens when things are live. I don't know why the countdown came on after that, so I'm not really sure. So hopefully it won't pop up again. I think it's off. Anyway, this is Sunday Slowdown Day, so you know what? I'm not even gonna get razzle dazzled about it. Well, you're in the Pinkhouse, as you can see. The PH behind. Which way? This way. The PH behind me. It's part of the Pinkhouse, and what we're going to do just to start this evening off is to take a deep breath in and let it out. We're going to do one more. And let it out. And so this will prepare our minds and our bodies to slow down, to calm. And that way we can get ready to go back into our publication. There's a glare. Right. And so let me see if I do it this way. Yes. For you, just because you're very special to me. I think it's a glare from my ring light. Well, guys, has your week been? I hope it's been not too traumatic. If you're going through active disease process or what have you, I hope you found measures of comfort throughout the week. And I hope somehow you've tapped into some creativity in order to also help that deal with the things that are associated with going through a disease process and life traumas in general. As you can see, in addition to me always wanting to do something creative, I'm also working on this hair project. I've always been natural, but I'm trying a new natural hairline that's clean products for the hair, so that like products that I've bought in the past that I thought were natural and good for the hair, they really just sat on top of the hair, like clogged your scalp and all those type of things because of all the ingredients that were in it, in addition to, I guess, whatever products they put in it to say that they were natural. But this company that I discovered, it's called Pearl Mix, and they have wonderful, wonderful products. And what happens is that because your hair has been so used to, for years, the other type of products, it takes a process for you to train your hair to get trained to these very clean products. It's a four-step system, and it's a shampoo, a hydrator or moisturizer, um, a shampoo, a conditioner, then a moisturizer, and then a gel. But it's not like a gel that you're used to. It's not like a jar gel. It's like a thick jelly that you're used to. No, it's even still of the consistency of like a lotion, but it's made out of flaxseed, 100% flaxseed. But again, it's called Curl Mix, so you can look them up on YouTube or what have you. But so that's the transition that you see the hair going through. So I'm working that out. We're working on it. But we're gonna get started today, and we're gonna pick up with this week's reading, and this is entitled Thoughts I'd Love to Share with You. And so, you are so important to my days and so essential to the smile within me. That certain space where our lives overlap is the place that brings me the most understanding, the most peace, the nicest memories, and a joy that comes to my heart so constantly. Because you're so important to me, I want your life to be such a wonderful one. I wish you peace deep within your soul, joyfulness, and the promise of each new day. Stars to reach for, dreams to come true, and memories more beautiful than words can say. I wish you friends close at heart, even over the miles, and loved ones, the best treasures we're blessed with. I wish you present moments to live in, one day at a time. Serenity with its wisdom, courage with its strength, and new beginnings to give life the chance to really shine. I wish you understanding of how special you really are, in a journey safe from the storms and warmed by the sun. I wish you a path to wonderful things, an invitation to the abundance life brings, and an angel watching over for all the days to come. So, if we go back to the name of that title, it's Thoughts I'd Love to Share with You. And so, when you reflect on some of these thoughts, someone wishing you peace, someone wishing you friendship, someone wishing you, regardless of the miles or the distance, but real friendship, that is so invaluable and such a thing for someone to want you to have, because having a good friend is priceless. It's really priceless, especially when our lives are so filled with tumultuous things, but not just even that. Somebody to share our highs as well as our lows. And so that's a beautiful wish for someone to wish on you. And then to be able to take life a moment at a time. You know, sometimes, especially when we're dealing with a disease process or any type of trauma, we go too fast. We try to, see the end game of things without taking it moment by moment. Sometimes you can't project and look too far ahead. You just have to go moment by moment. And so that way it'll help you to deal just in that moment and not, sometimes we project, like, say if things are very difficult and bad right now, our mind wants to say it's always going to be that way. And that's not the case. That's not the case. It might be that way maybe even for a amount of time, but it's not going to always be that way. And so if you take it moment by moment, day by day, that'll help you not to overwhelm yourself with thinking, associated with this is just going to go on forever. And so that was a positive story to read. And so our next one, and one other thing I wanted to highlight, and it said, I wish you understand it. And that's a good thing to think and reflect on too, because that's a part of what we definitely need when we're dealing with a disease process, is a level of understanding. Sometimes the terms that the providers are using, the nature of the type of cancer we may have, it's overwhelming, and it's so scientific sometimes to hear the medical terminology or what have you. And so that's definitely another positive thing to wish for, to strive to have, is a level of understanding. And so my encouragement again, if you meet with your providers, if they say something that you don't understand, you don't have to accept that. You have to say to them, can you help me understand what you're saying? Because I just am not getting this, or what have you. And so that too, I think, is a very positive thing to want to have, and that is a level of understanding. Okay, so let's move on to our second story for today. This cardstock that they use is so thick. Sometimes I feel like its page is stuck together, but it's just really, that's how thick the page is. So Our next story is entitled For You. I don't know exactly what it is, but there's something very special about you. It might be all the things I see on the surface, things that everyone notices and admires about you, qualities and capabilities. Your wonderful smile, your ability, your wonderful smile, obviously connected to a warm and loving heart. It might be all the things that set you apart from everyone else. Maybe it's the big things, the way you never hesitate to go a million miles out of your way to do what's right. The way your todays help set the stage for so many beautiful tomorrows. Or maybe it's the little things, words shared heart to heart, an unspoken understanding, sharing seasons, making some very wonderful memories, the joys of two people just being on the same page in each other's history. Isn't that beautiful? It sort of piggybacks on what I was saying about the last story when it talked about wishing you friendship. To have, as what's the expression that we are familiar with, to have a ride or die that is there with you for the highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, you know, being in each other's history to, be able, somebody that could look at you almost and communicate with you and know, like, this might not be a good day for you, or, I might need to say, let's have a special consideration day. I know me and several of my friends, that's one of the things we would always say to each other. We get around each other, and once we determine how the other person was feeling, sometimes we recognize that that person was having a special consideration day, which meant you were going to give them special consideration because their attitude, their mood just might not be on par with what you were used to because of whatever it is they were going through. And so that's just a lovely expression that me and my friends have always coined and used with one another, talking about a special consideration day. And so maybe because you're going through such a difficult time, that might be something that you would want to adopt with your friends, even if you don't use that same verbiage. But yeah, a day that I need you to be a little more considerate of me, because it might be something that you can't even verbalize and explain, but you just need a little extra consideration that day. So it's something to think about and share with your friends. So, our third story for the week. See what I tell you, this paper is so thick. Okay. We haven't finished story number 2. This is the second time I've done this. Okay. We're going to pick back up at that last sentence. It says, the joys of two people just being on the same page in each other's history. If I could ever figure out all the magic that makes you so special, I'd probably find out that it's a combination of all these things, blended together with the best this world has to offer. Friendship and love, dreams come true, strong feelings, gentle talks, listening, laughing, and simply knowing someone whose light shines brighter than any star. You really are amazing. And I feel very blessed to have been given the gift of knowing how special you are. So that's how that whole story ends. But again, it talked about friendship, love, dreams, strong feelings, gentle talks, listening, all of those important key factors that build a strong relationship, a strong friendship. And so it helps to know about your friend and them to know about you, that you're both are special to one another. Okay, so our third story for this week is you are so deserving. You are so deserving of every good thing and every brighter day that could ever be wished. I hope all the things you long for will find their way into your life. May the days be good to you, comforting more often than crazy, and giving more often than taking. I'm going to read that again because I like that expression. May the days be good to you, comforting more often than crazy, and giving more often than taking. As you know, when you're on a roller coaster journey dealing with the disease process, you can have back to back crazy days. And so that's a beautiful thought of someone wishing that you would have more often comforting days as opposed to crazy days. So it really struck a chord with me. I enjoyed that expression. And then it picks up ongoing saying, may the passing seasons make sure that any heartaches are replaced with a million smiles, and that any hard journeys eventually turn into nice, easy miles that take you everywhere you want to go. May your dreams do their absolute best to come true. May your heart be filled with the kindness of friends, the caring of everyone you love, and the richness of memories you wouldn't trade for anything. May life's little worries always stay small. May you get a little closer every day to any goals you may want to achieve. May any changes be good ones, and any challenges turn out for the better. Find time to do the things you've always wanted to do, and may you be happy forever. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful thought that Douglas Pagels wrote here? Really, again, the theme of almost every other story that we've read up so far is friendship. Talking about your life and heart being filled with the kindness of friends, the caring of everyone, love. And so, and then the richness of memories you wouldn't trade for anything. Even when we have losses, devastating losses. This month is the anniversary of the loss of my older brother. And, one of the things that I often reflect on is how memories are just a precious gift from God. Because when I think of the history we share, his laughter, I can still hear his laughter sometimes in my inner ear, because he has such a distinctive laugh. The type of man he was, how generous he was. And he was a gentle soul. And so, memories are truly, truly gifts and treasures. And we're the better for them because they help us to cope in a more positive, upbuilding way. And so, again, the thought that life's worries, this disease process, it could be very worrisome. You can lose sleep. Like me, I'm almost now a professional insomniac because I tell you, my sleep is just shot. But I'm really, really trying to work on that. But, um, you know, things like that, we want that to stay small because they rob us of a balance. And that's really what we look to have a balance with our mind, our body, and our thought processes. We want to have a balance, to try to be as more leveled out as possible. And we can achieve that again. Hey, some of us may need to have a period of therapy. Um, and if you're receiving treatment, that is definitely one of the things that I would definitely speak to your nurse navigator about. Any type of resources they have so that you can have some counseling if that's what you need to help continue to deal and cope with the process of what you're going through. And I'm in the process of researching a number of uh, programs and different things that I feature and bring to you in a segment. I'm not really sure what I'm going to call it, but it'll be one that's uh, of informatics. It's going to have information to help you because maybe you might need a resource, or maybe you might want to know where you can look up and find the latest information on this or that. And so I'm trying to work on and develop that. And so it'll be out soon, but that'll be a more informational type segment, because everybody can always use a little help and find a resource that maybe can help them fill a gap need, especially during the time that we're living in where many people's insurances aren't covering everything 100%. Some people don't have insurance at all. And at least it may be help fill in the gap during this time. And so that is our story session for this week. We got to go back and reflect just on the title so that if you're taking